We are getting a sneak peek at all the secrets in WWE 2K25 as I sit down and play WWE 2K25 early with the gameplay producer Bryan Williams. He drives me through a ton of new features in the game, including CPU AI movesets, new moves in the game, barricade dives, and the all-new underground match. Shout out to 2K and WWE Games for inviting me to Creator Fest. And without further ado, let's check out WWE 2K25 early.
All right, so this is 2K25.
Yes.
Just gonna walk you through some.
We're gonna look at some new stuff here. Okay.
Some new stuff, yeah. So we're gonna start with creative moveset. You know, I deal with this mode quite a bit. We'll use AJ as our guinea pig example here. So a couple of things that we added. My coworker and gameplay designer Derek Donahue.
Yeah.
One of his big initiatives was, and you might have heard about it, but like being able to set the AI usage rate.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So I'll just kind of walk you through how that works. So his lethal combination, this is the move that AJ often does. As you can see, this has already been preset by myself.
Okay.
So you'll see the AI settings, the priority, it's preferred repetition, allow repeats, and timing. I have it so that the AI will prefer to use this move later on in the match as opposed to early.
Okay. That's pretty sweet.
And the way to set these up yourself is with the RB button. So you basically just highlight any slot. So let's do the
Burning Hammer.
Yeah.
Immediately when the match starts, he does the Burning Hammer.
So you press RB, and then you get this cool little,
high. Put it as max or whatnot.
Yeah, priority, low, average, preferred, favorite. And we've got descriptions for what each of these mean.
Favorite is he's going to do it more.
He's going to do it more often.
Or depending on repetition.
Or depending on exactly. So you can do favorite, only once, allow a flurry, meaning that the AI, for example, like who's the Creed brother, Jules.
Yeah.
A lot of times he does like multiple overhead belly suplexes.
Yeah.
So that's what the flurry, like he's got a flurry.
He's going to do 3 Burning Hammers.
You could, if you want.
That is awesome.
Prefer the flurry. Default, which is just AI will do its best to do it, as it normally does. Allow repeats. So you can have all these cool little settings.
Timing also?
Yeah.
So like early, like.
So you got any. So it's like the AI will just do it anytime that is optimal. Avoid early match. Prefer early match. Early match only if it's like an arm drag or something like that. Avoid using it late in the match or prefer. And so you can go through each one of these slots on your own. Like I said, a lot of these characters, I went through and I kind of assigned some of them myself. But it works that easy. It's just another added level of just options we wanted to give players. It's one of those things.
Yeah, can we turn that on to early? I want to see I put early match only, allow repeat,
and then make it favorite. Yeah.
And that's only the AI,
right when you're playing against AJ,
So like now if we did a triple threat match, early on he would try to hit a burning.
He would try to hit a burning hammer. Okay. Like that would be if given an opportunity to do a heavy grapple. That's the move that he would lean to more often than any other to grab in his slot.
How does priority work then? Like if I did say Brainbuster 3 and I had the same setting.
At that play, the more that you set, it basically kind of makes them all kind of equal at that point. Like if everything is set to, favorite, now da-da-da. If the AI will basically say, okay, well, these are all, I guess, kind of even in that sense.
So they just randomly pick one? Okay. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And this translates over to universe mode and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
All of these settings go straight over there.
They do. So another thing that this is a new move slot that we added. So are you familiar? You played with Randy Orton before, and he's got the pun kicks that he does.
Yes.
It's like his super finisher where he in the corner does that charge up.
And he goes to that place.
So we've had a whole bunch of moves in the game since 2K12 that are performed from the corner like that. And, we've added to that category over the years. We've got a whole bunch of moves in there now. And what I wanted to do, I've always wanted to crack the nut of being able to use these moves outside of just signature to finishes.
Oh, okay.
And so this year we've added the new corner slot to the grounded position. So ground, so you got face up, face down grapples, kneeling, seated, and this new corner position. It's an optional move slot. But you can now assign these corner-based moves just within your regular moveset.
Oh, okay.
So you can use them outside of signature and special situations. So, the blind side, which is, the hidden blade. Like, if you wanted to give this to AJ Styles and just have it be a regular move of his.
That's awesome, yeah.
And so, as you can see, to perform, you basically just get into the corner when your opponent's down. You hold both triggers and press A.
And it like triggers like it kind of looks like a finisher, like when you do.
Well, it's the same. I can actually show it to you right now. So I'm holding the triggers. My phone is down. Press A.
It does like the whole animation.
Yeah.
You can counter it and everything.
Of
right?
course. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just a regular.
Oh, wow.
move.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's cool. I'm glad we got that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And like I said, it's optional, so you can set it to none. A couple of people have it on the moveset by default. Some don't, but just wanted to give players that option. We've heard about the barricade dives.
Yeah. Oh, that's a new thing.
So here they are. We weren't able to process a ton of attacks from the position, but I can tell you that we are going to be adding to this as post-launch or post-release.
Right.
And it won't be part of DLC. It'll just be title updates. Like you'll see.
Yeah, I was wondering if like the idea is to do like any top rope move off the barricade, kind of, right?
Yeah, no, they have to be kind of bespoke for the barricade itself.
Okay.
I know that our designer, they were hoping that they would be able to basically use or reuse the same animation performed on the top rope and use it for the barricade, but the footing is all different.
It's different heights.
Different heights, yeah.
Don't bounce off the ropes.
Exactly. And so the moves that we add for the barricade have to be created specifically for.
Gotcha. Like you can't do the split-legged moonsault off the
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be crazy, but yeah.
You did add additional slots for middle rope dives, a small thing. But until 2K25, we were only allowing players to do one standing middle rope dive, one grounded middle rope dive.
Okay, yeah.
So we basically just made it even with the top rope.
That makes sense.
Where it was 2 and 2 now. And you mentioned Javon. I'll show you Javon. I love Javon Evans.
No, I was just thinking you have like the craziest movesets. So.
Dude, like when Ricochet left, I was like, that's all right, Javon. You stepped up filling that void.
We love that guy.
Yeah, he was devil. He was doing a lot of work for you guys.
He retired as champion.
Yeah. So he's got his cutters, perform from the corner. He can do one, running just from a standing position. I gave him this springboard cutter.
Nice.
And I gave him the RKO. Just from his match with Randy that he had. And then his finish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I love this kid a lot, man. He's freaking awesome. I will say the one thing, like when it comes to the AI settings, signatures and finishers are exempt. There's no way to really let the AI. You can't set those.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's kind of based on like slot 1, 2, 3 is kind of like the
priority. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like usually when they get a finisher, they usually try to use it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's some cool things we did for moveset, and then we'll go into like a regular just one-on-one match. I can show you some.
Yeah, sure.
Some things and then get into an underground. But this is something that is important because one of the things is that they were made for the island, but if you are playing on a console that does not have the island, then those 5 new paybacks are just unlocked straight out the gate.
Gotcha.
And available to use for anyone.
Makes sense, yeah.
I'm showing off Randy here because, we gave him some love this year. I love Randy Orton, man.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Gave him a new, he's got new RKO. He's got some new taunts. We gave him a new wake up animation, so where he pounds the mat.
Oh, nice.
Because it's been a long time since we've given him a refresh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that back suplex that he does on the announce table.
Yeah.
Finally got that in too.
That's awesome.
I was like, we've got to get this back suplex. Yeah, so chain wrestling, we brought that back, and I was just gonna show because like this debuff right here or this buff.
Yeah.
That as long as that lasts, like when you go to grapple somebody.
Oops. Yeah,
that's basically your window for chain wrestling.
And then it's gone.
And when it expires, you get like a little tutorial. Just the first time you do it. And from here, you can choose, what you want to do. And once you do that, you got to win the mini game to basically get your thing. So and the size of each clip. So if it's a small selection or big, basically determines how good you'll be at it. As far as the mini game is concerned.
That makes sense, yeah. And then now it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And like a lot of, we're very option heavy, so, if, you want to turn off chain wrestling, that's an option in our gameplay setting.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Is the Randy Orton announce table thing just a standard move?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to something that.
Yeah. You stay there. And we also added this quick little timer here. Let you know how long
I'm going to be out.
Yeah. And mashing the button does actually affect it. It speeds it up. Which you can see as you start pressing it, you'll see it start to take down.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
So yeah, you do have to remove the announce table cover first, and then basically, just have them leaned up against it, and then you grapple them.
Oh yeah.
And here's the cool little quality of life improvement that we made. So from the middle rope, and it's so, I've been wanting this for years. You can now seamlessly just transition.
Oh,
to the
nice.
top.
That's awesome. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, you basically just press, like once you're on the middle rope, you use RB to get up there.
Yeah, and then you press RB again.
Up and RB.
Up and RB.
You press RB by itself, you dismount.
Up and RB. Oh, okay, yeah. That's awesome.
And then boom.
Ooh, let me jump. There we go.
And we've got these stats now that keep track of everything that you're doing.
Oh, the best match you've ever done shows up there every time.
It does. Like, so right now, that one, you got 3 stars on that one. If like the next time, you get like 5, that'll be replaced by whatever the most current match is.
Oh, okay.
And just do me a favor and be Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
I want to be Lola Vice. I just want to show you some cool presentation that we added for some of the characters, the ones that we could. Because you've seen this match before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's done these matches on.
Right. Yeah. Because I work kind of heavily on this match. I just wanted to make sure that the presentation, like the in-ring introductions and all that, is like as authentic to WWE as possible. So during these matches, which you can use and 99% of all arenas can hold an underground match.
Okay.
And by doing so, it basically automatically transforms the presentation to fit the underground aesthetic. So like the lighting, the spectators, they'll all be there. I mean, like what we did with the War Games, we have kind of like a underground specific entrance cutaway where they start with their normal entrance, and then when they get to the ringside, we've got baby facing heel motions of the wrestlers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That are, with the underground ring in mind.
Let's go.
Yeah, I had so much fun working on this match. I just love the basics of it. Where I think for anybody who's new to the game or is just like, I just want to get in and just pummel somebody until I win. Don't have to worry about any mini games. Although you can win by submission. But if not, you just beat the person until they can't get up, and it's an automatic knockout, and you win.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's very much like a traditional fighting game in that sense.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the tournament plays out later today with the underground match being like second round?
It's the second round,
Yeah. That'll make things very interesting. I think it'll be a good, competitive mode,
Yeah, I think so, too. And so, as you can see, if you come into this match with any of our real-life referees, they're automatically outfitted in the correct attire where they just look all black. That's a nice little touch. You can't hear it now, but you get the in-ring introduction from the announcers introducing each opponent. And after their name is called, they'll perform like a specific, kind of taunt or gesture. Yeah. And I wanted you to choose Lola and Shayna, because we actually have motion that we created specifically for them.
That's awesome.
In a lot of cases, it's, somewhat generic motions, but we wanted, I think Undertaker and Kane have one.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
Karrion Kross has one from a match he did at Bloodsport. But Shayna's got one too, where she throws up her hand gesture,
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah.
First, from Miami, Florida, South Dakota, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Here's the bell, and we're live from the underground, something both competitors must accept.
Knockout is just health, right?
It is, yeah. And we improved our knockouts, too. Like, you'll get a warning on your HUD which says danger. And once you're in that danger state, if you get hit with a special move, a signature, a finisher, it's pretty much it's lights out for you.
Yeah.
But if you happen to counter a move while you're in that danger state, it'll push you out of it.
Okay.
So you can keep fighting. So you do have some recourse to stay in the match.
So it's almost like the backstage brawl knockout was, but you get a danger.
But you get a danger warning beforehand, yeah. And in this match, if you do a regular Irish whip to the edge, you'll put the opponent in what we call a teetering state. And from there, you can do a grapple, a heavy attack, a strike,
like that,
to get them out to ringside. We've got running attacks as well that you can do. a hammer throw,
Definitely.
we'll send them just careening straight out to ring.
Yeah. That's cool. And do these NPCs get involved?
No, the only interaction that they have is the banging on the apron,
Gotcha. Okay.
which can occur a couple of different ways. So, one, if you get somebody in a submission, the spectators will begin pounding on the apron in anticipation of a tap out, right?
Yeah,
As you'll see here, they'll start getting into it.
that makes sense.
If you do a charge finisher, a wake up taunt, that'll
Okay.
also trigger
That's
them
cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
pounding on the mat. You can, of course, drag. Oh,
Whoa. Good decking.
you can also change their position when they're teeter too,
Oh, nice. That's just with the right stick.
with the right stick. Yo,
Oh, no, that's crazy.
yeah. And of course, we got running attacks. You can do.
Then there's like a ring post thing, right? You can do.
Yeah. We have different reactions, like depending on how hard you throw the opponent towards the ring post. Like a hammer throw, you'll have them, spin out to ringside. Oh,
That is gnarly.
and you can interrupt that in your taunts too, because we wanted this to be more kind of like in the taunts that we created new taunts and we converted old taunts into underground specific.
So those are like underground.
Yeah, like you can set them up and create a moveset.
Okay. Oh, that says underground
Yeah,
taunt or whatever.
yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Because I wanted players just because they're much more baiting, almost like a UFC fight. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, oh. But I wanted players to be able to taunt and at the same time use it as a way to, as a tactic where it's like, oh, you're taunting me, but I can still reverse you. Break out.
Oh, yeah. This definitely gives them more of. You said UFC vibe.
Yeah.
More competitive. You got to be good at the
You
game.
got exactly.
Like
Yeah.
core gameplay itself. Yeah.
And then you can drag, people back, throw them back in, and you can reverse all of these too.
Did that do damage, or is that just
It does a little bit of damage. Nothing major. Nothing significant.
more like turn the tide? But
Yeah. Oh!
nice. I like that cell. That was awesome. You do like a spear out of the ring? Is that an option?
We do have a spear.
I
Certain.
bet Braun Breaker would be crazy.
Yeah, Braun's got the spear. Roman's got the spear. We have a choke slam as well. Should do from the front.
Suplex.
Yep. We've got a German to ringside as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the only normal taunt that the characters have is their wake up.
Oh, okay.
That is still.
Can you get me down to the damage thing?
So now you're
Now
in
I'm in
danger
danger. How, can I just by doing another move is how I get out of it?
by reversing the move.
Reversing.
If you reverse my next attack from this state, it'll kind of you're still going to be close to winning or losing, but
Oh, I lost.
well, no, I still need to hit you with something bigger than that.
Oh, bigger. Yeah.
So it's also like when you see somebody in that state, it's like you want to. It's always good to keep one, either a signature or finisher in the banked up, so that when you get to the point where your opponent is in danger, you had a much more optimum chance to win and beat them.
Yeah, right. So it doesn't get me out of danger by doing any damage now. I just have only.
Yeah, just reverse. But yeah, you're still protected because as long as you're not going to get knocked out just by me doing like a normal,
Like a regular move.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Exactly. I got to do something much more significant.
Like I didn't get a reversal. There it is.
Oh.
Now I'm out of it.
Oh,
that was cool.
nice. Yeah.
And that happens sometimes. Just regular moves will send them flying outside.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a special. That was one of
That's
our
a special one. Okay.
Yeah, because that was teeter.
Gotcha. I'll let you finish me off here. You can see how the end on submission. Yeah. I'll let you do that to see how it goes.
And then they get all into it.
Let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, she's bleeding. I didn't even know she was bleeding. But I stole one of the mods from my faction, because my faction, they were using a mod. I forget what it was called, but it basically made bleeding easier.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, can we throw that into this?
In the underground?
In the underground, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool, yeah.
But yeah, that is the underground.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, of course, man.